Hey everyone, so today it's going to be an album opening for two albums. Now people do videos like this where they just buy something like DVDs, CDs, and they just do an unboxing and show you the artwork and things, and that's about it. I don't mind some of these videos. Sometimes I think it's just a bit silly, but reason why I'm doing it, and this will probably be the only one, is basically just because Solarus is showing me a lot of support, so I want to keep doing videos on the band. Also because the only way to actually get a physical CD is to actually communicate through the band and have it shipped to you. I think kind of means that people will probably just go on websites, find just that there's only MP3, there's no way to get a physical album, and they won't know about it. So most people will probably just have the MP3 stuff and not actually know about the physical albums, and they may think contacting the band, it may be a bit difficult, and it may just be a bit of a hassle for them, and it'll be easier for MP3. So I thought, seeing that it may be actually rare to get hold of the physical stuff, I may as well show you what you actually get with the artwork and how everything looks. Just kind of show what you will actually get. So let's take this out. So I've got both of them. So here we are with Solarus Reunion, and then Solarus Darkest Days. So let's start with the beginning, with Reunion. So there's Reunion. You get the side there, same there. Looking at the back, so yeah, the back art is actually a little blurry. It's not as high quality as the new album Darkest Days. So I don't know how it really looks on the phone, but for me, the track listing is a little blurred. You can still read it. It's just not as high quality as what you kind of find on albums and things. So there's that. So mine was signed by the band. I took about half an hour to kind of figure out who the hell was who, but I'm guessing that is Sarah D, because D-E-E-S, Sarah. I think that's Lucas. So I did start figuring it out. I did figure out these two. I kind of forgot their names, but I did figure out who was who. And then thank you, so that's very nice. This is the disc. So just Solarus Reunion, kind of brown bit of kind of a foggy mist in there, which is probably hard to see. Even for me, it's a little difficult to see. And you get some clouds. And then let's look at the actual booklet. So here's the booklet. So let's take a look at what type of artwork and things we get inside. So first off, just basically the track titles, like One Final Moment, Shattered Skies, My Eternity, Prayer for the Fallen. You get your lyrics, easily clear font. Like the quality in here is a lot better than the track listing that was on the back of the album. You can easily read this. Don't know if you can see just the little fine details. It's like a compass in the background with the kind of clouds and that going on. So that's kind of through the background and things. It's also on Darkest Days, this kind of compass effect. For some reason they kind of really like it, because this kind of thing is kind of all over the place. So let's get into the next page. So here we have Ethereal Tears, as well as the lyrics, as well as Shadows Lifted. And then we get the band as well as other people. We got Sarah, Lucas, that's Matt from Borealis, that's Sean Dowell, who produced the album. He's also the drummer for Borealis. That's Lucas again, I believe. Also Lucas. That's Matt again. That's a different vocalist there. And also there, I think she did the talking part in one of the tracks. Forgot which track it was. But that's not Sarah who does that. So that's probably her. And then we got Surrender the Universe, Unto the Angels, and Reunion. And then we get a message from Lucas, just going over the making of the album, how long it was, thanking everyone who helped him out. And at the bottom, this part is for us. Wait a minute. Actually, no, it's down here. Yeah, so this is basically for us. So, yeah, this is for all the fans down here, it's just thanking. And then these are the people who worked on this album, because some of them didn't make it to Darkest Days, and some new people came. So vocals is Sarah and Matt from Borealis, guitars and bass is Lucas. I didn't know Lucas actually did the bass. Drums and percussion, Jacob Burton, and orchestrations, Sean Dowell. And then that is it. And then obviously we get the clock, which I really like. Cool design and everything. The person who did all this artwork is actually Lucas. He designed all the artwork and everything all himself. So I think that's kind of cool. But as I said, the only kind of problem with the artwork is the back here with the track listings. They're just not the highest of quality, but again, everything that's been put in, all the kind of compass things and all the artwork, it's still good. It could have been a lot worse. So let's move on to Darkest Days. So here we have the newest album by Solarus, Darkest Days. This artwork is a lot higher quality than the previous one, Reunion. Again, I don't think my phone can really show it off great, but you can kind of see that's a little bit blurry. This though, extremely high quality, really nice. So definitely improved there. Here's the back. So again, you got this kind of compass stuff. Really likes this for some reason because it's on Reunion. The stuff down here is basically just saying it's independent. They have no record label and things. You got your track listing. Looking here, Solaris, Darkest Days. Even this is kind of high quality because taking a look at that and then taking a look at that. Obviously, I kind of prefer the font here. So let's take a look of the inside. So here's the disc with the artwork, still better than that of the other disc, so that's an improvement. You got the track listing on the CD, which will be hard to read when it's actually being played in the CD drive. Again, I've got this signed, so Sarah D and Lucas, I think, could be wrong, and this is BU, so another tiny little thing there for me. The writing back here, I got the gist of it, not all of it, because they've scribbled over a bit. Not complaining. So it's basically saying that all the songs here are done by Lucas, and the album artwork is Lucas. So Overture, Embers in the Rain, all of this stuff is by Lucas, but as for Dear Saviour, the big epic, that was done with Lucas and Sarah. Limbo in the Final Hour was written by Sarah, and Sean Dowell, Holding On, was written by Sarah D, all lyrics written by Sarah D. So it just says who does what, which I like. I like knowing who does what, and Limbo, I could definitely tell Well, I couldn't tell Sarah did it. I could just tell there was something really different about it. So it was very unique. So knowing that Sarah did that, kind of obvious. So thanks to Sarah for Limbo, because that's a really good track, very fun. So that's that. Under here, what have we got? Just the clouds and compass stuff again, like everywhere. So that's that. Let's take a look into the booklet. So here is the booklet of Darkest Days. So you've obviously seen the cover everyone kind of has. So here's the first part, which already kind of looks a bit more impressive over the last. Got My Darkest Days, Limbo, Holding On, Arrival. Pretty much the same font when it comes to the lyrics. I think it may be a tad different, but it may just be the same. We've got Lucas on guitar, Sarah vocals and piano. Oh yeah, all the piano is done by Sarah. She's pianist, so she does all the piano stuff. So Holding On, that track is all her, all vocals, all piano, everything, and that track is pretty much all Sarah. So very personal, and then the lyrics were her, and then the meaning of the song was something very close to her, so a very personal track. I kind of like this, seeing him on one side and then her on the other side. I think that's kind of cool. That's just my opinion though, someone else may not agree, but I really like the contrast between them two like that. I think it's really cool. But that doesn't really matter, really, what I think. So, Dear Saviour, Embers in the Rain, we got the band, Lucas, Sarah, Mark, and then doesn't say who this is. That's weird. So, you know, their photos, this is where they say their thanks and everything to everyone. Oh, wait a minute. Nick, I think, is there. He just had a lot to say, apparently, so it's had to go into his, and he had very little to say, thank for. So, yeah, that's who that is. Now on to the next one. So, yeah, Nick on drums and Mark on bass. My World, Requiem for the Fallen, The Final Hour, and In Memoriam. And then the kind of people stuck together, our face, our face. And then we get to the end back where they signed it for me, which is amazing because I haven't heard anything signed. And that pretty much does it for looking over the albums. So this is basically everything now covered for Solarus. There is nothing really more I can do. I've reviewed both the albums, I've interviewed the band, I've gone through the album with all the artwork and the look at the CDs, the back, the front, absolutely everything, even the spines. And there's nothing really more I can do with covering this band. So, yeah, it's quite sad that this is kind of the end, because I can't do anything more. Since the first review, I never imagined that the band would contact me, and I've had Sarah talk to me, I've had Lucas talk to me a hell of a lot. I've interviewed him, I had a really long discussion with him before and after the interview. The interview was an hour, so you can just imagine how long that conversation was. So that was amazing, unbelievable experience. Obviously, they've signed my albums. So it's been a hell of an experience just doing videos on this band. Just something I never thought would happen. It's like a dream doing this. And yeah, it's just sad that this is now the end on this channel for doing Solarus videos. But it's not the end of Solarus on YouTube, so hopefully when I say this is true. I'm going to be leaving Solarus in the very capable hands of a fellow YouTuber who will go by the name Daniel Jackson. So for your needs on more Solarus videos and coverage and reviews, go to his channel. I'll leave it in his capable hands. And yeah, it's just been an absolute honour and it's just a complete pleasure just to cover this band. It's been absolutely amazing, and the support and the words and just the fact that they've talked to me, it's just incredible. And then signing the album, just absolutely awesome. Like, they've touched these albums and I've touched it as well, therefore I won't get creepy. So yeah, that's just a stupid pathetic joke. So if you want the album, you can't get it through any typical means. You have to go onto Facebook and comment on the band, or go onto their YouTube page and leave a comment. Lucas will probably see it and then get back to you, and then he'll talk to you about how to go about it to get a physical album. That's the only way. I do say you do it because, as I say, the discs are going to be better quality than MP3. The band are very kind of small and everything, so the more support you give to them really will mean the world to them, and it seriously will help, every little bit of support. So I do highly recommend that, and they'll obviously keep them going, and the more funds they have will then go into making a better, higher quality third album. So if you want that, and you have to support them, it's just the way it is. So yeah, other than that, just thanks to Lucas just for just being absolutely amazing. He is an incredible guy. Thank you to Sarah, even though it was not a big conversation, it was still amazing. Just the fact that you talked to me, that was incredible. Thank you for signing my album, Solarus. That is absolutely awesome. I've had no one ever do that. And just this entire experience just been absolutely amazing. It just feels like such an incredible experience. So thank you for all of it. And as I say, even though this is the end for me when it comes to Solarus until like a third album or something else happens, I'll leave it in the hands of Daniel Jackson, and hopefully he can continue some good work on Solaris's behalf. So I'll leave it to him. And that is basically the end of my journey with Solarus until the next album crops up. So it's been great. And I hope you have all enjoyed this journey. And I'll still be doing other reviews, so I hope you join me for them. And when the next thing happens, I will be back. I will promise that. So thanks for everything, everyone, and I'll see you later. Bye.